Don't let fear turn your dreams into regret. In this video, I'm going to talk about those 3 stages that I'm trying to help you avoid. If you're between 20 and 35, I think you're the crowd I really want to talk to, but really it boils down to anyone who isn't financially cornered yet. What does that really mean? You're not making a giant mortgage payment. Maybe you're even not even paying rent. You don't have a big car payment. You don't have dependents. You don't have to provide every 2 weeks. You're kind of still free. And so during this free period of time in your life, you have an opportunity to dream. And for whatever reasons, most of us let fear get in the way of pursuing that dream. And then over the course of a lifespan, 56, you basically live in regret because you can't turn back the clock. And so what I love about this opportunity that we're having is that I'm trying to say, hey, I don't really want you to go there because I know how that feels and it stinks. So if you are a young person and you are still watching this, you are doing yourself a valuable service by listening. Because if I had an opportunity to fast forward in time, in whatever amount of minutes it's going to take us to try to say something, you are avoiding a lifetime of shit. So let's get back to that. I think as a young person, we spend a lot of time worrying about what other people think. And then that, whatever that vibe is, that creates either fear or insecurity. But I think it's more fear than anything. And really, why would you want to listen to somebody who hasn't chased their dreams either? And now they're just really trying to lay their fear on you, or they're jealous or envious. So as a young person, and myself included, you worry too much about what other people think, and that gets in the way. Then time passes. You don't really understand how valuable your life is and your time is right now because you're young and you're, let's say 20 to 35. And the less financial responsibility you have, the freer you really are. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's the truth. But if you do have a dream, it's now. The time is now when you don't feel cornered financially to take a chance. And listen, if you don't take a chance, you're going to eventually corner yourself into a financial obligation that you're not going to be able to get out of. And then you're not going to have that free time that you are kind of neglecting right now because it's special, valuable time. But by the time you get to that situation where you're financially cornered, you're now starting to reflect on, man, I didn't take a chance because I let fear get in the way. I let what other people were thinking of my idea at that time get in the way. And then you shy away from it. Well, if this is going on at 20, let's fast forward 15 years. You're now 35 and you've got probably a real job that you don't really enjoy because you let fear lead the way. And you probably have way more financial obligations now. For sure, rent, mortgages, car payments, and some of you are having kids. So now, but that little voice in your head is like, hey, you should have tried it when you had no responsibilities. But now you're starting to feel that difference. You're starting to feel that distance. You're now starting to feel the very early stages of regret. That is a terrible feeling to live with. What does regret mean? Regret means you're definitely a little older, a little more financially obligated, and now some of us have people who depend on us or on you. And it's like you're on a treadmill and you can't get off this treadmill. You're just kind of walking it because it's repeat. But your mind is now harassing you with, well, you should have tried it there, but you didn't. And some time passes. And these are the consequences of that. So deal with it. And then a little more time passes. And then, that little voice of regret haunts you again. Well, I tried to tell you, you could have gone and tried it. And if you had failed, you could have came back to whatever this is anyways. But you chose to just accept anyways, and you never took a chance, and you never went after your dreams, and you let fear get in the way, and now we're dealing with regret. I don't want you to go there. I know how it feels. And the beautiful thing about this situation that I'm in is that I'm trying to communicate with the world through a platform that makes me feel better when I try. Because I'm also sad about it. But we just want to stick to fear and regret because I'm complicated. And so if you're still with me, I'm not going to go around in a circle again because I'm getting really passionate, but I hope this has made some sense. I hope this sparks a conversation or some questions. Don't waste your time. I know you think you're going to live forever, but you're not. And then things will change. It's completely different at 20, and then you start to reflect at 35, and you start to feel it, and then boom, you're 45, and then you're 56, and you're just like, what just happened? And then you're like, man, that sucks. Because my mind also said, well, hey, and is saying, well, you had a chance, man. You had a moment. There was a time in your life when you could have, and you didn't. So now you got to deal with the consequences. Too bad. Deal with it. And I deal with it. And you know what? It's not fun. So I hope this helps you understand what you might be going through right now. You're in stage 1, it's still in front of you. You're looking at stage 3. I'm looking over my shoulder. I can't go back. I'm running out of time. So I really hope this makes sense. Ask me a question. All right, thank you for your time. I will see you really soon, and I hope I've helped. See ya.